All right, we are talking about 5 cards you should be avoiding right now, not buying. With the announcement of the Rarity Collection 2, that does change the landscape a little bit for us because we know that whatever is going to be printed in the Rarity Collection is going to get decimated as far as value. So I've identified 5 cards that I think are going to be printed in the Rarity Collection 2. And as a result, you should not be buying these cards right now because the Rarity Collection 2 is coming out in just a couple months. It's crazy. But before I jump into those cards, we do have a giveaway on this video. We're going to be giving away 1 Triple Tactics Thrust from Maze of Millennia. The card does have a very small lip on the side of it, right here on the side of this card. Outside of that, it is absolutely perfect. It's a great card. But we're going to be giving that away on this channel, as well as we'll be giving away 1 Prismatic Collector's Rare Baron. So the first winner will get the Thrust, and the second winner will get the Baron. The Thrust is going up because this card was short printed. It was around $40. I think it's now around $42. Slowly going up. I wouldn't be surprised if this card keeps going up because it's not an easy card to get. To be eligible for the giveaway, all you've got to do is be subscribed to the channel or subscribe right now and leave a comment. That's all you got to do. And there will be 2 winners, 1 for the Thrust, 1 for the Baron. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to be a part of the community, as well as that like button. All right, we're going to jump right into these 5 cards that I think you should definitely be avoiding. Before I do, let me tell you how I arrived at this. If you look at Rarity Collection 1, Rarity Collection 1 was generally really good cards, not necessarily iconic cards, not blue eyes and red eyes, but cards that the community loves. Cards that would kind of bring people in to buy the product. And so that's the first thing. What are some cards that the community just absolutely loves? Second thing is that they were generally fairly generic. That they weren't cards that were specific to one deck. Some of them were, but for the most part, many of the cards in Rarity Collection 1 were pretty generic cards. So we're also looking at the generic aspect as well. And then the last thing is we're looking at cards that will actually draw people to the set. What cards could Konami put in here that's going to interest the community? That's what we're looking at today. So we're going to be looking at 5 of these cards that I think would draw people to the community, are fairly generic, and can't remember what the first one was, but generally we're looking at 5 cards that I think have a great chance of being in Rarity Collection 2. Let me bring you over to TCG Player and we'll hop right in. Look at this. All right. That is not what I want to do. All right, so gonna go right into TCG Player. Here's the first card. The first card that I think has a great chance of being reprinted in the Rarity Collection 2 is Diviner of the Herald. You saw this card on the thumbnail. I know that people want to buy this card right now. I know the card is going up. I think it's the Voiceless Voice or something like that deck. Ritual deck that people have an interest in and want to play. I get that. And if you are playing a deck that you need this card, I understand. But if you're not, and you just want the card, or if you have the card and you're not actually playing it right now, I would be selling this card and I would definitely not be buying this card right now. I think this has a great chance of being reprinted in the Rarity Collection 2, and I would be waiting on this card unless You need it for a deck that you're playing right now, because this checks all the boxes. Right now, this is like an $18 card for the tin version. If you want the Lightning Overdrive version, I think it's about $25. This is a fairly costly card, and if I were you, I'd just be waiting on it, because there's a decent chance this is going to show up in the Rarity Collection. So wait on Diviner of the Herald. The next card is one of my favorite cards. It's one of my favorite cards of all time. I don't play the card much, but I just absolutely love it. We're talking about Dragoon right here. This was a chase card for me and Cohen at the very beginning of KO2 cards, and that's probably why I love it so much. I think Dragoon has a great chance of being in the Rarity Collection too. So if you have this Starlight, if you're sitting on the Starlight Dragoon, I would be moving that. Now again, or let me say this, I don't have any inside information. Konami doesn't call me and tell me what cards are going to be in here and what cards are not going to be in here. But if you look at Dragoon and you look at its place in the game, there's a really good chance that Dragoon is going to get a reprint in the Rarity Collection. I would be staying away from it. It is, fairly generic, as there are a variety of decks that can play Dragoon. Not every deck can, but there are a fair number that can. The community loves this card. It is a fairly costly card. The tin version, the original, is about $30, and the reprint is about $25 in the 2022 tins. So, I wouldn't be buying Dragoons. If you're sitting on a couple Dragoons, I would consider moving them as well, particularly if you have the Starlight. I would move that sucker. I know that, the price isn't what it used to be, but I would be moving Dragoons right now. And here's the thing that I really want you to know. You had a lot of time when the Rarity Collection 1 was announced. You had months and months and months to move these cards. But it wasn't just because Rarity Collection 1 was far down the road. You had a long time to move these cards because we didn't really know the effect that Rarity Collection 1 would have on the value of the cards reprinted in there. We know now. We know that these cards will be decimated in value. So the moment that a card is announced to be in the Rarity Collection, the bottom is going to drop out of that card immediately, because we know. Don't wait until it's announced to sell these cards. I would be moving these cards and I would not be buying them, because really good chance that Dragoon's going to show up in the Rarity Collection. The next card that I would not be buying and I would be looking at selling is Totally Awesome. I think that, this is one of Cohen's favorite cards. I think this card has a great chance of being in the Rarity Collection. And again, you don't want to wait until it's announced. Now, if you have the rares or you have the ultras from Mavens, I think, that's fine. I'm particularly talking about the 2 secret rares, which are about $5 and about $6. Once this card is announced in the Rarity Collection, those are going to be like $1. They're going to be worth absolutely nothing. If you're sitting on some Totally Awesomes and you're not playing them, I would be moving these, and I would certainly not be buying them right now. I would be waiting to see. Now, if you need them, I get it, but again, I would be waiting if you don't need Totally Awesome right now. Can you imagine this card in quarter century? It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Everybody's going to want it. Nobody's going to care about these secret rare versions. Get rid of the card right now. The next card that I want to talk about for the Rarity Collection is Crossout Designator. When this card first was announced, when this card came out in the 2021 tin as an Ultra, it was a $100 card. This card dropped significantly. But recently, this card has done nothing but go up because it has seen play in the meta. And if we are moving to a more hand trap heavy meta, you might see this card going up even more. So Crossout Designator is definitely a card I would not be buying unless you need it. The original version sitting around 13. The reprint secret rare out of the 2022 tins is about $15. If you're sitting on crossouts and you're not playing them and you don't plan on playing them, I would be moving Crossout Designator because once it's announced, this is going to be basically $1 to $3. Get what you can out of it. I think there's a great chance Crossout Designator shows up in the Rarity Collection. So I would be moving them. The last card that I want to talk about that I think has a really good chance of being in the Rarity Collection is Panker Toops. This card just got brought back to 2. This is an iconic card that people love. It's played in a lot of decks. I am particularly talking about the secret rare. Look, the secret rare is hovering around $10. I don't know if you know, but that card has gone up recently, probably because it came back to 2. If you've got the other versions, the ultras, the rares, or the commons, that's fine. You know, I would be fine with having those or even buying those because they're really not worth anything anyways. But that secret rare is sitting there around $10. If you have these and you're not playing them, you don't plan on playing them, I would be moving Panker Toops right now. I think this card has a great chance of being in the Rarity Collection too, and I would not want to be caught just sitting on, if you've got a playset, that's $30. That's pretty nice. I know you can't play it in the playset, but you get what I mean. Panker Toops has a great chance of being in the Rarity Collection. These are the cards that I would be moving. These are the cards that I would not be buying. Totally Awesome, Dragoon, Panker Toops, Diviner of the Herald, and Crossout Designator. I think these are primed to be in the Rarity Collection. I'm going to be doing this every week. We're going to break down 5 cards that I think are going to be in the Rarity Collection that I would be avoiding. Obviously, as we do it, it's going to get harder and harder. But I think these 5 cards are no-brainers, and I would be moving them and not buying them. Don't forget about the giveaway. Triple Tactics Thrust giveaway, as well as Baron. All you got to do to be eligible is subscribe to the channel or be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards, and I am out of here.